Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different, but really fun. Instead of doing a fashion haul from Walmart, we're doing a beauty haul. And it is all e.l.f. products, and Walmart is partnering with me on this one. So I want to say thank you to them for sponsoring this video. e.l.f. is a brand that has been around for a really long time. I feel like their brand has really grown and evolved, but I feel like they always keep things at a reasonable price point. I think it's really fun to try their viral products and see, you know, what's really popular right now, what's trending. My 11-year-old is a really big fan of all things e.l.f. and I always say yes when she asks because it's something that is easily picked up at Walmart. We can throw it in on a grocery order if we want to. So Walmart has like e.l.f. products fully stocked all the time. So I got some new things to try. I have some things I'm showing too that are regular favorites of mine because there are some e.l.f. products that I do already use and swear by. So we're gonna go through them all. This whole face is e.l.f. and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So let's jump in. So the first two things I went in with are new products to me that are super popular, super viral. Everybody has been talking about these, and they are a sunscreen slash primer and then a bronzing drop. So there are definitely some versions of these products out there that cost a pretty penny. So I've never tried them, but at the e.l.f. price point and being able to just grab them quickly from Walmart, it was a yes. The bronzing drops, my 11-year-old loves bronzing drops, and I've just always been like, I could kind of take it or leave it, but I was like, you know what? Since we have it in e.l.f. form, I'm gonna give it a whirl. And then this sunscreen is actually a SPF 35 broad spectrum, and then it has sun protection with a blurring primer built in, and it is also water resistant for up to 80 minutes. You can see that I'm like, I don't have my glasses on because I don't want the ring light glaring off of them. But this is definitely a very popular item that I have seen rave reviews on. So what I did was I took the sunscreen and the bronzing drops. This is the lightest shade of the bronzing drops, and I just went in and mixed these together and then put that all over my face. I know usually with these you kind of mix them in with like a moisturizer. I already had my moisturizer on getting started, so I mixed these together and the end result was nice. It dried down really nicely. I didn't feel like this was too bronzy. You know, obviously if you went up in terms of the shade, that might change. You only need a drop or two. So if you want a quick glow with some SPF kind of mixed in, this would be a great summer option to just swipe this on your face and keep it really light and simple and just go with that and nothing else. But overall, I can see why people really like this. The formula is really good. The finish is really nice. So I think these two are definitely worth trying. If you've seen them going viral and you've been curious, I would say to give these a shot. Next thing I wanted to try was their new Soft Glam foundation. Again, this is another one that I have seen a ton of people talking about. So I'm pretty picky about foundations, not gonna lie. I don't necessarily go shopping for foundation all the time because when you love the one you have and it works for you, I say stick with it. But this is one that since I had the opportunity to create this content and, you know, try a whole bunch of products and do a full face, I was like, we're gonna go in and we're gonna try this foundation. I first tried blending it with a sponge, but I didn't really care for that. So I grabbed this brush that I already have from e.l.f. I keep this on hand. The actual name of it is the Complexion Duo. So it's got a small end right here where you can blend your concealer, and then this larger end, you can see I used it to do the foundation. And I like this with a brush much more. And it does have that sort of soft texture. It's not super thick, it's not super watery either, it's just kind of in between. It's got a buildable coverage. I think if you're super oily, I don't know how much you're gonna like this. I used to be very oily, and now as I'm getting older, of course, my skin is getting much more dry all the time. Even here in the summer, I feel like it's not as oily as it once was. So if you're looking for a dewier finish, this is really good. Not greasy, not sparkly, but definitely a dewier finish, and it is not a super full coverage unless you want to build it up that way. But overall, I think this is a great one to try on a budget. If you like the look of something really fresh, I think you would really like this one. So this little combo right here is pretty great. Now I have tried this concealer before. It's the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. There is a non-hydrating version. Both of these, I will admit, for my 41-year-old under eyes, sometimes they can feel a little bit heavy. But I wanted to go ahead and include this because if you are looking for a very full coverage concealer on a budget, this cannot be beat. It is like the finish is beautiful, the product is beautiful. If you have a super, super dry under eye, you just wanna make sure that your under eyes are very hydrated before you use this. But what I think is really awesome is actually this little sponge. So you can see this is where I used it to blend this product out. And this does feel kind of dense, but don't let that fool you. This actually blends out this product like a dream, and it is the perfect shape for getting here under your eye. So it just creates a really nice blend. These two together are kind of a dream team. I think I like this product better using this to blend it out with. So that was kind of a surprise. I didn't necessarily expect to see a difference just because of this sponge, but since it is marketed for this product, I was like, I'll get them, I'll use them together. I've never tried this before. A great combo and a real win. A tried and true favorite that I love and use and swear by over and above other expensive brands, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wands. So these are contouring and bronzing products. There's also a highlighting product, and you'll see me in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it though. Use the blush. Like, this product line is incredible, and the blendability is fantastic. So I tried this sponge with it though to do something a little bit different on the blending technique, and actually, again, they're really coming through on the sponges, I have to say. e.l.f. has their sponge game tip top. So I used this to blend out the two different shades that I have of the contour wand. Excellent. Highly impressed. Really surprised by the difference that this made to me in terms of blendability. So I really, like, I already loved these, but I really love them with this sponge. Now, here's something that I like to do with these. So I have two colors here. I have Fair Light, and then I have Medium Tan. This is more of your true, like, sort of bronzer color. This is a very cool pale color, but you'll see that I put them on my face together, and the reason for that is because I feel like it basically gives me like the perfect shade to be able to kind of bronze up and contour all in one step. It's kind of the lazy girl's way of doing it, but I feel like this kind of cools this down to where it's not too orangey. And then when it's all said and done, I just feel like it has a really nice color, a really nice finish. It gives me some definition. And so I really like these together. If you have a lighter skin tone, if you're more light to medium like me, try this combo together and see what you think, because I really do love how it turns out. And I think, again, there are more expensive versions of this kind of product that I have tried, and I think the e.l.f. one has the best blendability of any of them. So going back to the blush, this is the color Pink Me Up, and it's just kind of a really pretty pink with some shimmer built in there, not glittery, like it's not too much. It's just a very dewy, pretty blush. These pack a lot of punch color-wise. In fact, any e.l.f. liquid blush. There's some other formulas. They have a camo liquid blush that's from the same line as the concealer. All of these, like, I went in first and started with a brush to kind of get it laid down, and then I ultimately blended out with a sponge. And I think I used 2 dots, if I remember correctly. That was quite a bit of product. I probably could have gotten by with 1 dot. So when you use these, just know they are pigment heavy. The finish is really nice, really beautiful, but you do not need a ton of this unless you just really love to go like all in with blush, and then by all means, do as much as your heart feels like you should. But I will say, like, if you like to keep it pretty simple and you don't want a super aggressive blush, just a little dab will do you. I would say the biggest surprise out of everything that I tried from this haul would be the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. So this is a really finely milled powder, and they have these little packages of these puffs that you can get. And so aesthetically, like, super cute, of course. Like, I love the packaging, love the way this looks, but I wasn't sure if I would like the formula or the finish, because I don't like to go overly glowy. I don't like to go overly matte either. I feel like just kind of somewhere in between is what works best for me. So I thought, I wonder if I'm gonna feel like I look like a disco ball when I put this on. If you went in with a fluffy brush, I bet you it would make this look a lot more shimmery. The way that that would push that pigment around, I bet it would look a little glittery. I think the key is using the puff and really pressing it into the skin. And my first thought was, I wonder if I'm only gonna be able to use this kind of under the eyes, but I just decided to go in and set my whole face with this. and I love it. I really truly like this product, and I did not think I would. So the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder comes in a few different shades. I have the medium, and again, I was concerned, like, is this gonna be one of those where it's medium, but then you put it on and it actually ends up being super dark? It is not. For where my skin is at right now with a little bit of a tan, this was perfect. So I'm a believer. I'm a lover of this product. This is definitely going to be worked into my routine now, and I'm so glad I picked this up and tried this, because I think if not for, you know, making this video and wanting to intentionally try some new products, I would have tried the others, and this I would have like left on the shelf, and now I am so glad that I picked it up. Now, as for brows, I did these off camera, and I'm gonna be really honest with you. I think it is so stinking hard to film yourself doing your eyebrows and have the footage turn out good and you be able to actually see what's going on. People who make beauty tutorials all the time, I'm sure they have it mastered and have it down, but since that's not my usual cup of tea, I feel like it's so hard for me to get a good angle, and then it's awkward and I can't. So I filled them in off camera, but what I want to say is if you are looking for a great brow pencil on a budget, this one's really nice. This is called the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and I do love, I will say, I have powder brows, so they're permanent. I had permanent makeup done a couple years ago, best investment I ever made, but when I'm wearing a full face of makeup for the camera, you really do need some product in there to bring everything forward and balance everything out. So when I put product in my brows, I really prefer just a very fine, thin tipped pencil like this, and as far as this type of product goes, this is a really good one. I believe this is the neutral brown color, and I would use this again. I really liked it, and so I think this is a great brow pencil if you are on a smaller budget. Now, as for eyeshadow, I don't know why I have never picked up the little bite-size quads from e.l.f. because I have seen them everywhere. I know they're really popular, but I just never have, and they are really, really good. I got these two, and my daughter was like, why did you buy the same one twice? They look very similar. They're not, though. One of them has shimmer and one of them doesn't. So the one with the shimmer, I'm probably gonna give to my daughter because I know she'll really enjoy this. I don't tend to wear a lot of shimmer except for in the inner corner, and that is what I did with this. I used the shimmery shade so I could just put a little pop of something in my inner corner. But this one that is all matte, this is awesome. I use this with two different e.l.f. brushes. And I have the, what is this called? Fluffy eye brush. And then I don't even know, this just says eyeshadow on it, but this is kind of just that sort of flat, stiff brush you can pack color on with. So I used it to do the lighter shade right up here underneath my brow bone and kind of take it all the way down, which, by the way, in this all matte one, this lightest shade up here at the top, this is very nicely pigmented. Well, all of them are, but very nicely pigmented. Sometimes these shades can tend to look really chalky when they're lighter. This is not that. This is good stuff. So I also went in with all of these other colors and this fluffy brush just to do everything in the crease. Started out with the middle two colors just to get in there and add a little bit of depth, and then deepened it up a little bit more with this darkest one. Did it all with this one fluffy brush right here. This is a great brush, I have to say. Like, it blends really nicely. So this little situation right here, and then the shimmery one for like a little pop of something, beautiful, like incredible. This is such a good deal, such a great price point, and the payoff is really, really nice. So, I mean, if you're buying makeup for a teen or tween, or if you just don't want to spend a ton, but you want, you know, the best bang for your buck, cannot recommend these enough. Now, one thing about me, I do love a lip product. I've always been like that. When I was younger, my dad would say, all you gotta do to make her happy is let her buy a fashion magazine and a new tube of lipstick and she's good to go. And that is true. Even today, I think that would still be true. So I wanted to try a handful of their new lip products. So the combo that I have on right now, I did one of the Clout Pout Plumping, I think they're called, yeah, pens. Clout Pout Pumping Pen. So down here you can see what the color is going to be, and then this is also what you use to pump the product up. So you just click on that, which there is another product that is similar to that, if you know what I'm talking about, and I own several of them and love them. So this is a much less expensive version. It has the same little bit of like plumping. It just feels kind of minty. It doesn't hurt. It's not aggressive, but a really great creamy color payoff, very hydrating. Like, this is a really great formula. very similar to the other one. And then this $2 lip pencils, like these are so creamy, it's incredible. I have expensive lip pencils that aren't as creamy as these. So the only bad thing about this, these have the names on the bottom, but the print is tiny, so I'm gonna have to put everything here on the screen. These don't have the names printed on the actual product, it's only on the outside packaging, which means I don't remember what's what. One of these is Baddest Beige, I know that. And I don't know. I should have held on to the packaging, but I wasn't thinking about it. These are very similar in color though. The most important thing you need to know is for $2, this is an incredible lip liner. And when you pair these together, it's actually a really nice combo. So I definitely recommend doing that. And then I'm not wearing them right now, but I did grab the new Sun Boss glosses and I swatched them. So we've got SPF 25 in these. And again, these colors are so small. I'm just gonna put them up on the screen, but just two really pretty like pinky, nudie type of shades. And this is what they look like here. So pretty good color payoff for a gloss. Love that they have an SPF in them. So lots of really fun lip products from e.l.f. that I am highly impressed with. So when you put it all together, this is the end result. I am extremely pleased with this. This was not difficult. This was not time consuming because the products blended out really nicely. Everything was easy to work with. And I would expect that from e.l.f. because like I said, I'm no stranger to their products. Some of these that I showed you today are ones out of my personal makeup bag that I did not go pick up because I didn't need to. And then some of these are things I just really thought it would be fun to try because they are viral and they are so popular. And I do love that, like the bronzing drops, you know, both me and my 11-year-old can try that. And because we're grabbing everything from Walmart, it just makes it super easy. So I do want to thank them again for sponsoring this. And I think it's always fun to step out of fashion and do something a little bit different because I do tend to get questions just about my makeup, about the products, the process, that kind of thing. So it can be really simple and really affordable to get a full face that looks nice and fresh and pretty. I think at 41, that's definitely my overall goal, is to not do too much, to just kind of feel like I'm the best version of me. And I definitely think you don't have to spend a whole lot to do that. So if you have any questions about what I shared, definitely drop them down in the comments. Let me know if you are a fan of e.l.f., if you've tried any of these products, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.